Hey guys, this is Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to draw Heisei Godzilla. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but the person that actually requested this video said he was really in need of it, so he really needed the tutorial, and I was like, why don't help him out and make a tutorial about it? So, but before we're gonna get into the video, please make sure to subscribe because a lot of you guys watch my videos but are not subscribed yet. So, if you like to watch my videos every single week and you really enjoy my content, please consider to subscribe and hit the notification bell because it helps me out a lot. You don't understand how much it helps me out. So, yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. Hey guys, this is Dinosaur Drawer, and today I'm gonna show you guys how to draw Heisei Godzilla. I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but if you don't know what Heisei Godzilla is, Heisei Godzilla is a earlier version of Godzilla. Basically, it is well, it is one of the first Godzillas that they created for a movie, and back in the days they had no CGI, so they the way that they did the special effects was they used suits. So this is actually well, yeah, this is actually a suit what you're seeing here. Basically I did two sketches. This one is with reference and this one is without reference, and as you can see there's quite a lot of difference in the way that they look. So I like this one better. This one is more accurate to the actual one. So this is the one that we are going to be drawing. Okay, so the first thing that we want to start with is we want to map out his body. So in this particular scene that I'm seeing on my laptop right now, we can see that his one of his legs seems to be bigger than well, let's say just as big as his whole body in comparison of what you can see of his body, of course. So you have to pay attention to that. But yeah, so we want to start off with drawing his chest area. So his chest area is going to be about, let's put him over here. So his chest area is going to be over here. So we want to draw something like a circle right there. Then we want to have a line going down from his chest. Curved line going this way now. And then over here would be his tail going like this. Then his neck would be about over there. So this is literally just mapping out everything. Alright, so yeah, this would be his upper body, his lower body. We see a hand here, an arm going this way with a hand almost like reaching out to us a little bit. Thumb. His shoulder muscle over there. Let's put his chest up a little bit more. So at this stage we're just tweaking, trying to find the right position to put him in. Over here is going to be another hand. So what I always like to do is when I'm drawing hands, what I like to do is I don't like to draw the full lines of his fingers and everything, especially when a hand is doing something like this, it's reaching out for you. What I always like to do is I draw the lines for where his his claws are going to be. So that way it's easier to sort of map everything out. For example, I just drew like a claw over here, claw over here, claw over here, and one over there. So basically, when we are going to put some flesh over it, we just draw the claw like this. And then you can just draw the rest of the finger in like this. That way it makes it easier for me to understand like what's going on and how to draw things. I hope that sort of makes sense. So Heisei Godzilla has a lot of like his hands are all like always up like this, almost like in a L shape going forward, and I think that's due to the suit that they used, because the suit couldn't really move his arms very freely, I guess. Correct me if I'm wrong, because I have no clue when I'm talking about Heisei Godzilla. I'm not even sure if you pronounce it like that, to be honest. So yeah, don't judge, please. That's gonna be his pinky. Over here will be his thumb. Let's put his thumb in a different angle because it needs to be alright. Something like that should be alright. So his limbs are also very chunky, yeah. He has a lot of skin folds actually. It's almost like he is kind of a little bit obese. That's sort of what he looks like, because he has a lot of overlapping skin areas on his body. So now I need to make sure that I'm still able to put in his head over here. I think his head will still fit on the page. Okay, so let's focus on his legs now. So basically one of his legs goes like this. And then over here we will have his foot. And then the other one is facing us, so the other one is coming towards us. So it starts out over here already, and it's sort of just coming towards us like this, but his feet touch the ground at the same height. Well, about the same height. Alright, so we want to start on drawing in his legs. So he has a kneecap over here. But again, like I said, it's very chunky and very big. Everything is very oversized, I guess. Right, so that's basically one of his legs. The other one goes like this. And then we see his foot over here. So he has a couple of toes actually. I can see 4 of them. I'm not sure how many he really has. But yeah, I can see 4 at the moment. So he has a chunky area like this, a skin fold, and he has that same skin fold coming from there. on the other leg. And I think I made this leg a little bit too thin, so I'm going to make it a little bit thicker, like what I'm doing right now. I usually say this a lot, but don't press down too hard on your pencil, because this is literally just the sketching phase. Alright, so now we can start on drawing in his toes. So we can see 4 on this side, but we can only see 2 toes on this side. So what we want to do is do the same thing as what we did with his hands. We want to draw only the position for his claws. So we have one over here, we have one over here, then we have one over here, and then the space between them gets more and more. So there's a little bit space between those two, then the space increases, and then it's about the same space that we have between the claws over here. Alright, so now we want to draw in something like this. This claw is more or less facing us a little. Well, let's first finish off this one and give it something like this. And then this one is facing us, so the shape will be sort of something like that. And then we want to draw a area like this. So we want to kind of make a knuckle visible for every single toe as well. And this one is going to be about the same as this one. And I'm actually thinking, like, maybe I am making the toes a little bit too small. But I think it looks cool. I'm not sure if it's really too accurate, but yeah, we will have to see. I mean, this looks pretty good in my opinion. So now we want to draw in the position of his foot. Alright, so that's fine. And I'm guessing over here would be his knee. Alright, so that looks fine for now. I actually put it up a little bit too high on my page, but we will have to deal with it. Alright, so now for the other foot, we do the same thing, but we just draw one nail over there, and then another one over here. And this is from a different perspective, so it's gonna look a little bit differently. Alright, and then the other one is gonna be about the same, just a little bit bigger. Alright, so this looks about okay. So normally, because we're drawing a really big creature, if we were to think about perspective, then this hand would be a little bit larger than this one, and this foot would be a little bit larger as well. But I guess this looks fine for now as well. Alright, so now it is time to put in his head. So in my reference photo, he is kind of looking away, But we could draw it like he is facing us a little bit more, which would be a little bit more of a challenge. So just draw a line like that, and a curved line like this. And then we want to draw in his jaw. Well, that looks a little, well, let's not say a little bit, it just looks wrong in my opinion. This is way too small of a head. Yeah, we will have to erase this. Let's just draw it like in my reference photo, because this is not going anywhere. Alright. So let's draw the circle for his head again. So this is gonna be his head. So he has a decently sized head in comparison with a lot of other Godzilla drawings. What we want to start off with is like draw a middle line. Well, not a middle line, but more like a line on top. So this is gonna be the placement for his eyes, but with this line we can also see a little bit better where to place his snout and his jaw and everything, because his eye is going to be right there, and he has like bump over there. Almost looks like an ear. Being really quiet right now, but that's just because I'm trying to concentrate as good as I can, because I don't want to mess everything up. It's a little bit messy at this point, my drawing. Alright, so yeah, I'm gonna have to erase this head again. I'm really sorry, but I want to get it just right, because a lot of times the Godzilla creatures look very distinct, and we want to draw as accurately as we can possibly get it. So yeah, just gonna draw a shape like that over here, and then I'm gonna try and get his snout into place. I might even tweak it a little bit so that it looks a little more accurate. Something like this looks okay. So I'm noticing that I keep getting his bottom jaw way too large. Keep on making it too big. Not sure why. I keep doing it, but I guess it happens. So his jawline goes way further back than what I originally drew it like. It looks like his bottom jaw is very thin and very tiny compared to everything else. And we can draw in his eye right there. So this is starting to look a lot more accurate. All right. So I am happy with his head at this point, I guess. So here's his tongue. We cannot really see too much of his tongue, but now we wanna draw in a couple of things. This is actually a little bit more rounder. More like that. So yeah, we want to draw in his teeth. Like his canine teeth are very large, almost like he's a vampire or a snake-like feature. Like that. And then we just draw the couple of other teeth in as well. Very sharp teeth he has. Something like that. So I'm guessing this looks pretty accurate to the actual design. I'm not really sure though, but I don't see what else I could change to make it more accurate. Alright, so now let's draw in his tail. I'm sorry, by the way, that this area took so long. Let's see how long we are recording for. Right, 23 minutes is pretty decent, pretty okay. So yeah, let's get into his tail now. So his tail goes up like this over here. Just follow the lines that we already drew in. We used to map in most of his body. And then over here it goes like this. And then just follow his tail back down like that. So that looks pretty good. Alright, so now we are at the point where we can add in some well, like spikes on his back. So he has 3 spikes going from over here till over there. But the way we're gonna draw them in is like we're gonna draw a plate like this. Don't press down too hard because this area might screw you up if you do it wrong. Because if you make a mistake, for example, over here somewhere, it's not gonna be as noticeable as if you make a mistake on the outer edges. So yeah, so those are 3 over there, and then he has like 3 from over here, from his elbow to let's say this bump over here, which is supposed to be a little bit more well, actually it's supposed to be this bump over here. So his leg should be a little bit more chunky, a little thicker. So 3 from here to there. One, 2, 3. And then we have just one more over here, which looks like it's a little bit of a smaller one. And now just draw a couple. We'll draw a line like this, almost like in the middle. This is going to be the middle line, and we just want to draw a couple of those things on there. And they are actually a lot larger than what you would expect. And they just sort of disappear over there, and we just make a second row very close to the ones that we just created. And now we want to draw one more over here, and that would be about it. So now what you want to do is you want to draw almost like sun rays. For example, if you would draw a sun, most people would draw a sun like this. They draw a sun like that, and then you just draw sun rays around it. And that's the same way for the spikes of Godzilla. That's how you basically draw them, and that's how you can make it look accurate. Almost like a cactus or something. Alright, it's starting to look pretty good. And of course the angle of which you draw them changes due to the perspective of where you're drawing them. Now we can just barely see a couple more over there, and then over here you just draw the second rows as well. And maybe one more over here. Alright. So it's starting to look pretty good. I don't want to make this one too detailed, but we might go into some shadowing. Is what we normally do, but the way we're gonna try and draw a little bit detail is by kind of like making the skin folds more visible. So he has actually two of those skin folds over here. And he has one area that looks like this, and over here just sort of goes like that. And this way we create a lot of detail without actually doing too much of detailing. So I wanna, in my reference photo by the way, his hand does not look like this, but for some reason I felt the need to draw it like this, because it looks a little cooler, his hand coming at you like this. And over here as well. This one is actually a little bit more accurate in comparison. I might have actually made this hand a little bit too small, but I'm kind of scared to use my eraser, because my eraser is sometimes a little bit dirty, as you can see right here, and I'm leaving more pencil marks on the paper by using it, so yeah. Alright. So yeah, we can see his shoulder actually. This is actually part of his shoulder from the other hand, the other arm. Like this area over here. And we can see a dent over there. Alright, we can draw a couple of lines like this over there, maybe a couple of lines more like that, and we want to put a little bit more shape into his tail. So remember this line that we drew, you just start on drawing some curved lines like this. So these are gonna be for a it's just gonna be something like this. And just continue on drawing them like that. And this would be about fine for now. And we want to refine this a little bit more. Make it a little bit more visible on top of his tail, where these lines are ending. These are just basically scales overlapping each other. Alright. So now we are at the area where we can start erasing everything and going over everything with a darker pencil or just with the same pencil, but make your lines a little bit more clean. So that's what I'm gonna do right now. But this will be in time lapse, by the way. Alright, so I am back, and well, if you follow the tutorial correctly, it should look something like this, like what we have right now. I do wanna add some shadow, and I'm just gonna show you guys where to add the shadow. So basically what we want to do is we want to draw a line like this. We want to follow this line like over here and like this, and there's gonna be a huge patch of shadow over here following his leg like that, and then we want to have it go something like this. What I'm drawing right now is actually a highlight. And then something like that. We want to have a rim light effect over there on this side of his body. So that's what I'm drawing lines in for right now. So we only want to have like, it's almost like he is glowing a little bit, but it depends on what you want to have. I want to have it like he has a slight bit of rim light going on. And we can just darken all of that in pretty quickly. You can make it pretty dark, but make sure you don't do it too dark, you don't overdo it too much. I will put this area in time lapse. Alright, so I am back. Now it's time to do some cross hatching. So we just want to draw some lines that come from the shadow. They sort of make the transition between light and dark a little bit more like it's an even transition, but we still get that really extreme light and dark sort of feel. So as you can see, I have 3 tones right now. I have a very dark tone, a very light tone, but I also have a mid-tone that I use for my rim light, because your rim light is actually never the same color as the actual highlight. So yeah. Just finishing off some cross hatching, and there's not really much to say at this point, so I guess this is gonna be in time lapse as well. It's not that hard actually. You can literally just copy everything that I'm doing, and I think you will be fine. So yeah, see you later. Alright, and I guess we are about done with the drawing. So, yeah, the things that I would have changed if I would redraw this is I made this area a little bit too protruding, and I actually did make his foot a little larger and this hand a little larger, and I think that looks pretty good. So yeah, if you liked the video, leave a like, comment below what you think about the video and the drawing in general, and don't forget to subscribe. So this was Dinosaur Drawer, and goodbye.